Welcome to Late Night with London. Late Night Talk with London. Another story, another situation. What do you do when you see the unthinkable? What happened when you find out shocking information? And you wonder that you see this yourself. Could this really be me this is happening to? One day, signs of a red flag, but you ignore it because this just can't be true. Newly married and an elopement, which she should have done probably in the first place, but it happened. And when the husband's mother finds out, she says, "My son told me that I will always be his best girlfriend." And her daughter-in-law, in her mind, goes, "Ha ha ha ha. What a nice little joke." For her to say something like that, that's her baby boy. But one day, they go out after visiting mother and father-in-law. Father-in-law's not there. And mother-in-law and your husband are there. You're visiting, and you go out for a break, and you come back probably quickly unexpected. You open the door, and you wonder why mother-in-law and your hubby, is sitting there looking like they swallowed Tweety Bird, sitting very closely, very close. It was strange. That was a red flag. But nah, whatever that was, weirdness in the air was, brush it off. But then years later, mommy-in-law comes to visit. But by this time, you have 2 children, perhaps pregnant with the next one. And mommy-in-law comes to town to visit, to see her little house, to see the family, and to see her son. Oh, how exciting and fun to have company. And as she comes and visits, we're cooking, we're preparing, we're having fun, family time. And then something gets a hold of her feet, tiptoes, all the way down in the basement. Don't know why. That's what happened to her. She says something got a hold of her feet. Like some type of spirit or something guided you down very tiptoeish and quietly into the basement. Why would she go in the basement? Out of nowhere. Down each step very quietly, as if walking on the clouds. Each stair, 13 stairs, one step at a time. Not knowing why, it's like a spirit just guiding her down the stairs, one step at a time. very quietly. And then when she gets down to the bottom, she walks up and it's like a dream. They don't see her. They don't know that she's there. But mommy-in-law, her hubby's mother, was doing one of those things again, where she had him hemmed up in the corner, and he was groping his loins as they was erected, and they were either getting ready to or doing the foreplay, and that's where they were. And she looked and saw, but it was so weird because as if it was a dream or a fly on the wall, they never saw or felt the presence. So she saw that, and then she turned around and quietly floated back up the stairs, back up into the main part of the house. And it's almost as if God said, I want you to see this so you will know. So all of this time has been going on with them. Their secret thing that they do. What do you call that? Incest. And so I wonder why she says my husband is so different. I wonder why the family situation is so strange. And I wonder why this family, that we come to find out earlier before the big move, that he was kissing cousins with his first cousin. Now, sometimes people think this is okay, but that's just like being with your own sister. Blood with blood. So as the secret is unfolded, and to this day she knows, surprise of a thing, this unwarranted situation, this shocking thing, this secret that's been going on the whole time. And she's just a little wife, just a mother, and it's a wonder. It's a wonder. It's a wonder. And the day that she broke the news to her mother-in-law to tell her she was pregnant, the mother-in-law didn't say, oh, wonderful, I'm having another grandbaby. Congratulations, I'm excited. What comes out of her mouth? It can't be a boy. You can't have a boy. You can't have a boy. So how are you going to tell them, your daughter-in-law that's married to your son, you can't have a boy? And you know what people say, that if there was incest in the family, somehow, and to this day, the daughter-in-law believes that the son that she's married to, of the mother-in-law, there may be something going on where it's her son, her relative that she had via or via ancestral relations. It's another story, a secret. It's not a secret. And to this day, this time, she knows. She knows it. Why? Because God wants her to know. Because she saw what she saw. The secret. That's a shocking story. A story you don't think should be or expect. And what do? What does she do? She never said anything. What did she do? She stayed married. What did she do? She knew what she knew. Until one day, the volcano explosion of all the quirks and kinks, the weirdness, the strangeness, the pervertedness, the backwardness of her husband began to unfold and come out of the issues that he had, of different things that he would do, unheard of things that he would do, to the point that that relationship had to end. But she never forgets what happened, what this is. And all she can say is, this is unreal. How did this happen to me? I never knew these things happened like this. And I was a good wife. And if he was like this and is like this and does all these things, why did he ever want someone like me that's not out there doing and thinking these perverted things? Why was I accepted into this family when they all do what they do? Why? Well, to this point, all I can say, she said, is why this is another late night with London story time. It can happen. It can happen to anybody. But all she can say is God unraveled the secret. And she knows because she saw it for herself. What do? Good question. A late night talk. Story time with London. All she can say is watch out, because this could happen to you.
The red flag? Girl, you heard of the red flag?
Oh, yes, I heard of the red flag.
Well, let me tell you about the red flag. Let me tell you what I found out and what I heard. I kind of think it might be true. He would bring a big plant home for no reason. And it's the way he was acting. So the first time I said, I wonder why he's bringing a plant home, because I heard him say when he feels like he's got to bring you a plant or a gift or something, he's been cheating. Well, you did it again. So second time, that's when I think I started catching on. And he brought another big plant home. I said, the bigger the plant, the bigger the cheating.
Ha!
You heard of that red flag? What you gonna do when you see this red flag? So that's red flag number 2. Now, third time was a red flag, right? know something was happening. Because when he came home, he had another bigger plan. And then, when he got in the bed, I saw a long strand of blonde hair on him. Do you know what I wanted to do?
What?
I wanted to jack him up, but I didn't. And then, this one I for sure. It smelled like perfume, and it wasn't even mine.
Sure giveaway.
Now, tell me if that's not a red flag or not. That's
sure
more than a red flag. That's some firecrackers.
Sure giveaway.
Do you know about some red flags? What do you do when you see a red flag? What was I supposed to do? I mean, I didn't leave right away because I was feeling that this thing was gonna keep going and keep going and keep going. Well, I'm happy right now. I just want to tell you, if you see them red flags, don't take it for granted. Don't look over it. You know how we be doing. We be loving our man so much that we don't want to see them. We see them red flags and we want to look over them. What about you?
Well, if we keep looking over, alarms will be going off. Louder and louder. Then we start acting paranoid and we start acting all crazy because it affects us. If we keep letting it go, the alarms will keep going off louder and louder, and it really affects you. When you go to work, you can't concentrate. Those alarms keep going off. Red flag alarm, louder. And you go home and go to bed and they turn their back on you. Red flag alarm, louder every night. That back is an alarm. Getting louder.
Well, let me tell you, you said they got the back turned on you. Well, I turned my back because one time he asked me to do something that I didn't want to do. And you know what he told me? If you don't do it, I go find somebody out there who will. Then what he wanted me to do was going to hurt me. And it wasn't something I ever heard of before. Now, I don't know if that's a red flag. That's most definite. So, maybe that's why he decided to go out and cheat. Because he wanted to get it how he wanted to get it. And I refused to do that. So, girls, let me tell you something. It's our choice what we gonna put up with. And if you love somebody, sometimes you put up with it. I think it's best to ask questions if something's going on very carefully, just to find out what's going on instead of just being quiet and taking it and taking it and taking it. What do you think?
I think I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing and sleep with one eye open.
Red flag. Red flag. Red flag. There's no going back at this point. No going back.
Since you do know so much, I'm blackmailing her so that I can have her. I am the man, Vita.
Mom's got a low check on Daddy Alfredo. I wonder what is going on.
Where did he ever come from? Did you invite him? Your baby's daddy.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Veronica is getting married? What?
Oh no, this can't be. Who set this up? This is a disaster wedding. This seems like an elopement with us in it. What?
I'm so sorry.
Do you have been with Veronica?
I have family. Now I found my daughter, Julia.
It's this lady
that I met before earlier ago at work, and she came on to me just like what you're doing right now.
But I'm your wife.
Yeah, but.
Okay, Queen, I feel you. I know Veronica still needs her BFF, so I hope you both stay BFFs. Oh, Vita, Dee Dee, how are you both? This is a lot here. I'm not sure that I should have volunteered to set all of this up. It's so deep and emotional.
So, now, to you, Julia, I have already felt like you was my family, daughterish like, and now here we are. I now know that you are my relative. Never in a million years could I even have imagined that you would be Veronica's daughter, and furthermore, my brother's daughter. Julia, now I am your stepfather, at least for now. You and I have been friends, and we have kept from the truth. But you have my full support and love as your uncle and your stepfather.
Well, my dad, Julius, called and he told me that he was gonna find a way to get Mama back. Well, I asked him to leave Mama alone because she's married to Daddy Alfredo. And I told him that they were trying to work their marriage out. Oh my goodness, it really doesn't matter to me. I just want my family, not all of this.
Uh-oh. I wonder how Veronica is going to explain that one.
I'm sorry. You're my BFF, like my sister, a business partner. I did plan to tell you when the time was right.
Yes, Veronica has a whole lot of explaining to do this evening. She got to talk to Alfredo. I mean, what is Veronica going to do now? The secrets are out. And you know what? There's no going back at this point, Dee Dee. There's just no going.
Queen is trying to breathe down my neck and watch me, but I've got something for her too. I will get what I want, and nobody, I mean nobody, can stop me. I got access to the mansion, and I'll have access to Veronica. Ha 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 ha. I'm in. I'm all the way in now. I'm quietly going to have a full-blown relationship with my woman, Veronica, until the day she drops off Fredo. Ooh, she might just have me.
Oh, no. No. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes, you know what? What he was saying, now listen, what he was saying after Queen talked to him is what I heard. Now, I heard this. I heard he was talking about being all the way in. Vita, how are we going to stop Donald? Come on, we can't just let him keep going like this. How are we going to stop him?
Daniel, just slow down a bit. Just a little bit. Take a deep breath. This all sounds good, but don't move too hastily. You have...
Well, I gotta tell you something.
What?
It's this lady that I met before earlier ago at work, and she came on to me just like what you're doing right now.
But I'm your wife.
Yeah, but you're my wife. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But the way how you came on, she was trying to do the same thing. So
You don't understand. Now that Donald has met you, it seems like he's going to be attached to leave you, Cindy.
Friends, a ADI Actors and V-Mogul Actors Club presentation.
Join the V-Mogul Club ADI Virtual Acting Group from anywhere in the world. All are welcome. Donate and subscribe to support and access our entertaining dramas. Email londendors@gmail.com. That's LONDENDORIS @gmail.com, or call 248-701-0885 or 1-800-875-0674.
Donate anytime at LONDENWA. That's Cash App, LONDENWA. Thank you for your support.